Hello, my name is Jennifer Terri. Welcome to my channel. I make Philippine travel updates. In this video, I will be talking about Balikbayan privilege, Naia updates and upgrades, and flights. What about Balikbayan privilege? Well, the Balikbayan privilege is given to former Filipinos, foreign spouse, and foreign children of Filipinos traveling with them. This is a recognition to your contribution and connection to the Philippines. It is a very convenient privilege because it gives you guys 1 year visa-free entry and stay into the Philippines, and it exempts you from having a return or onward ticket. But I've been getting a handful of reports saying, Jennifer, I was not able to get the Balikbayan privilege, or my airline asked me or insisted that I rebook my flight to just less than 30 days of stay in the Philippines. I've noticed this is going on with one specific airline. Let me share the experience of Jocelyn. Jocelyn landed in the Philippines just last January 10. And she noticed that there were two couple travelers who had to rebook their flights from, instead of staying here for 2 months, they were required by their gate agents upon check-in to rebook their stay to just 30 days and pay $381 each. Another traveler, Saul, had to lecture her gate agents at the check-in counter because they didn't know about Balikbayan privilege. So if this happens to you wherein your gate agent is misinformed, first you show your proof. Second, you show them about Balikbayan privilege. It's an easy Google, information is there. Or you can even ask them to check on their website because it's there. Airlines are aware. And lastly, if they insist, then escalate the matter to their supervisor or manager. They would be more knowledgeable about travel requirements. And still on Balikbayan privilege, this was an experience of Eds, who recently arrived in the Philippines last week. Eds was traveling with her foreign spouse from the US, American spouse, and they were looking forward to get the Balikbayan privilege. They even prepared their marriage certificate. The immigration officer asked them, are you guys married? And she said yes. They thought everything was okay, but upon arrival at home, they checked their passport and they saw that they weren't given the 1 year stamp. I don't think this was on purpose, but this is just a reminder for you guys to just double check your passport. The Balikbayan privilege gives you 1 year visa-free stay, right? That's great. Because if you are a regular foreign tourist, you are only given 30 days. And after that, you have to extend. And it's expensive. If you were to stay here as a foreign tourist, you easily can spend more than 15,000 pesos on tourist visa extension. Moving on, I have some good news for our rich kababayans or rich travelers. Naia will now have a special lane for you at the immigration, along with APEC holders and diplomats. Okay, congrats! Another good news is that in Naia Terminal 1, so if you're flying especially with Philippine Airlines, you will be landing on Terminal 1. The private operator NNIC has opened up the main arrival curbside for everyone. It used to be just for VIPs, but it's for everyone now. Because why not? We're all very important persons. So that's Terminal 1. Terminal 3, as you've heard, there is a new designated hub for pickups if you're availing ride-hailing services like Grab, Joyride, or taxis. It's not like before where you just exit the airport and then there. The whole place is your pickup spot. No, there is now a designated corner that started early December of last year. And I had the privilege I landed in Manila recently, and as you can see guys, upon exiting the arrival hall, it's just a few walk. It's like 2 minutes walk from the exit to the designated hub. So it's not far, and there are enough signages that tells you it's on your right. I checked it out there, and yeah, there is space. It's enclosed because it's a parking garage, but it's not crowded. There are 2 big electric fans. Not enough, but as long as you get picked up quickly, then it shouldn't be a problem. And also a reminder for travelers to register to e-travel, and not just register, save your QR code. I know airlines, immigration officers will not normally ask for your e-travel QR code, but customs will. And still on the topic of Naia, we've heard about the plans of the private operator NNIC to reassign terminals again. This news are circulating online, but I'm just here to remind you guys that it's not yet effective, okay? Stick to the current assignment. So this is what's currently effective. Terminal 1, you have Philippine Airlines international flights and a few other foreign airlines. Terminal 2 is for Philippine Airlines domestic flights. Terminal 3 is mainly for international flights and Cebu Pacific 5J flights. Terminal 4 is currently closed. It's under renovation. It will open up next month. So this is what's effective. The proposed one is a bit similar to this, but what they want to do is they want to make Terminal 2 completely domestic and Terminal 3 completely international. The current setup is really convenient for Cebu Pacific flight passengers because if you are flying with Cebu Pacific International, you'd land on Terminal 3. If you had a connecting domestic flight, if it's 5J, it would still be in Terminal 3. So no terminal change. So just for your terminal, always check your itinerary or your notifications from your airlines because according to the private operator, the terminal reassignment would start early this year. So I'll keep an eye on that and I will update you guys once that happens. If you need to change terminal, there are free airport shuttle buses that's included in our ticket. We've paid for that service, so avail it. If you are in Terminal 1, that would be on arrival curbside Bay A14. If you're on Terminal 2, it would be in arrival curbside Bay 19. If you're in Terminal 3, it would be at the arrival level for terminal transfer. A lot of passengers need to transfer terminals, especially for those connecting. It would really be best if we had a public transport like a train, right? That would transfer passengers between terminals. Since we don't have that yet, then Naia should really have a lot of service that's more frequent and reliable. And speaking of that, some good news, they added 4 interterminal shuttle bus coasters, okay, for seamless airside transfers. We need more. More transport and better infrastructure really helps. And one way to decongest Naia would be to add more flights in other airports. And speaking of that, good news for our kababayans, Ilonggos from Iloilo. Scoot Airline, Singapore Airlines budget airline, announced that starting April 14, they will be launching a direct Singapore to Iloilo, Iloilo to Singapore flights, and that would be twice a week. Okay. And then by June, they will increase the frequency into 4. That's good. About flights, we know that our main gateway is Manila. It connects us to different countries in Asia, in Middle East, because we have a lot of OFWs working there. We have direct to Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia. We have Oceania and Australia. North America, to United States, they have Honolulu, Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco, and Seattle. If you're in Canada, that would be Vancouver and Toronto. These are direct. The next biggest airport we have is Cebu Airport. They cater Asian flights, Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan, South Korea. We also have direct flights to Middle East, to Doha and Dubai with Qatar, Emirates, and Cebu Pacific. Our next biggest airport would be Clark. But if you want to be close to Manila but don't want to land in Manila, then there's Clark. They cater Asian flights direct with Eva Air, Scoot, Jeju Air, Asiana Airlines. So you can connect from, let's say, if you were from North America. They also have direct Middle East flights from Doha and Dubai. The next airport that we have would be Bohol. Bohol only has one international flight, and that is with Jeju Air. South Korea to Bohol. We have Iloilo now, like starting April. Scoot to Singapore to Iloilo. And then we have Davao. We have 2 international flights here. That is Davao to Singapore, and then there's also Davao to Bangkok. That is all the update for today, guys. I hope this was helpful. Again, reminder for Balikbayans. I know it's not really normally asked, but it's better to be prepared, right? So if you have the old or expired Philippine passport, bring it. For your spouse, marriage certificate, birth certificate for children, just in case. Especially if you're flying with Delta Airlines. If there's any topic of vlog you want me to make, let me know. And I'll see you with another update. God bless you all and stay safe.